They decided, well, we're going to attack. You're an intruder. Oh, look, right over there. Cigar box, bobby pins. Oh, thanks a lot. Yeah, I finally got my freaking... Alright, guys. I'm happy now. I got my grenade back. Alright, let's go. Really?
Come on, fight like you mean it.
Keep firing! Keep your heads down.
Did I not just...
You are seriously fucked. You know that?
No, this must be a different one. Yeah, it's pretty funny. 60 years of nothing at Vault 111, and then all of a sudden someone comes up through the elevator. We put a tail on them to see where they head next, but noticed they were already being tailed. So we put a tail on the tail as well. Huh. So supposedly, as being
You are really pissing me off. 'Should have stayed in bed, lady.
why is Project Purity so important? $22.56. That one right there. Learn about the Lone Wanderer. Rick Hendricks' Project Purity log. James dropped a bombshell on me the other day. His top priority has become the safety of his baby son, but he's out of options. He said that as much as Project Purity meant to Catherine, this is no place for an infant, especially an infant without its mother. James doesn't see how the baby can survive if he stays at Project Purity. James wants to leave, but his home is back in Boston. It will be roughly 20 years before the radiation levels are low enough between here and Boston for the journey to be safe enough to take along a baby. The doses of Rad-X and Radaway necessary to fight off the radiation are enough to kill an infant. But there's no good options in the DC wasteland either. I didn't know what to offer, but James and Catherine had become like family, so that's when I let it slip. I told James I was from Enitech, our need for a clean source of water, our association with Vault-Tec, etc. He was disturbed by that revelation, but I asked him to hear me out. Then I explained about the vaults that Vault-Tec built, how most of them were social experiments, but that there was one vault nearby, Vault 101, that was safe to raise a baby. James just needed a way in. That was the problem. A water scientist was a very specific skill set, not a service that is easily tradable for food and shelter. What incentive would the vault have to let in 2 more mouths to feed? There was a long pause in the conversation. I have a secret to tell you. My real name is not James. I'm over 180 years old and my name is Sean. That's when he hit me with it. Basically, he gave me his life story. Crazy stuff. I wouldn't believe it coming from anyone else. Still not sure how much of it is true. James, or Sean, I guess I should call him, told me how he never knew his real parents. He was born before the war, made it into a vault as an infant, Vault 111, where they cryo-froze everyone, and then some place called the Institute thawed him out about 30 years ago. Used his undamaged DNA to produce androids indistinguishable from humans, called synths, and so on and so on. He explained how he wasn't allowed to leave the Institute until he was 25 because the Institute couldn't risk his life until their Gen 3 synth program was complete. And shortly after is when he left to explore the feasibility of a large-scale water purifier on behalf of the Institute. Now that the project appeared doomed, he would be expected to return to the Institute. So you guys can basically clone people into these synths and give them fake memories, personalities, and whatever skill sets you want, I asked. Yeah, it's not perfect yet, but pretty much, Sean confided. I have a crazy idea. I told Sean I had a deep range transmitter and offered to let him use it to contact the Institute. Over the next few days, we worked out the plan. The Institute would clone Sean from his DNA and memories they already had on file before he left, except they would give the clone skills as a physician and child care expert. The synth clone would travel to DC, assume the identity of James, gain access to Vault 101 as a physician, since that is a skill in universally in demand, and raise the child in safety there. Sean would return to the Institute. It wasn't a perfect plan, but it was the only one we could think of that ensured the baby's survival. Wow. Well, that was interesting. I started a cult.